What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And yesterday we got the announcement from the White House at the podium that a bunch of emissions were rolled back by the Environmental Protection Agency. That takes effect for everywhere immediately in the United States, just in case anybody's asking. And also that the Department of Transportation had updated and drastically changed what people call CAFE standards, or CAFE standards. And we had other things that were pending. We had House Joint Resolution 60, which was a Congressional Review Act. We had House Resolution 78. We had House Resolution 87, 88, and 89. All of these have something to do with emissions, banning California from being able to set emissions, basically ending CARB. And so here's the thing. Instead of having to fight and vote on each individual rule, one of the awesome members of Congress, Roy Chipp, Republican from Texas of the 21st District, introduced this on 4/28 of 2025 and put it on the calendar and basically combined all of these Congressional Review Acts into one. Yeah, common sense. So instead of having to bicker and fight over, each individual one from HJ Resolution 60 by the National Park Service, HJ Res 78, which was Fish and Wildlife, Endangered or Threatened Wildlife Plants, basically dealing with smelt. Remember that whole issue that was going on with the fish in California, why they couldn't get water down to put out those Palisade fires? Yeah. And then 87, dealing with the EPA, California State Motor Vehicle and Engine Pollution Control Standards, dealing with heavy-duty vehicles. So that was the biggest thing. And like I said, 87, 88, 89, all deal with that. And what they're basically doing is they're combining all of these into one Congressional Review Act so that they could just vote one time on this to have it expedited, because then once this is voted on, it goes to the Senate the same way. They only have to vote on one thing. It makes Congress more efficient. They're more quick to get things done here doing it this way. So I think this is huge news. So the new resolution, if you want to look for it, is House Resolution 354. Which will basically join these Congressional Review Acts into one item that they'll vote on, which would basically take care of the whole thing. And then once that happens, it goes to the Senate. The Senate only has to do the same thing, and then it goes to the president's desk, and all those rules are done, gone. So for you guys that were asking me about heavy-duty trucks yesterday, because the stuff that the White House put out had to do with cars, light-duty, and what was it? Light duty, regular duty, and cars or whatever, trucks dealing with emissions. Yes, it didn't. They weren't mentioning anything about heavy duty trucks or any of that yet. That's why this part here is important, and we're still not done. Okay, this is the biggest thing that I keep trying to tell you. So yes, some emissions have been rolled back, effective immediately. This would, once this is voted on, basically it would literally just snip CARB straight off, neuter them. They're done. They have no money. Sure, I've seen the comments, well, won't California just fund them on their own? California can't even fund their own healthcare system. They're begging for money from the federal government. You can look at the numbers. They went from $26 billion in 22 and 23 in terms of money they were giving out over their insane policies to $35 million between 24 and 25, and they've only given out a little less than 3 million of that now, and they're not giving out any more because they don't have any money. So, like I said, House Resolution 354, which we'll show, and you can see it here. Matter of fact, I'll probably screen grab it and throw it up here on the screen. So I'll drop this up here so you can see it. But you can see everything in here where it's combining everything together into one Congressional Review Act. They'll vote on it. It'll go to the Senate. The Senate will do the same thing probably within the next day. And the president will sign it. It could be done before the end of this week. It could be done before the weekend. When that happens, we're still not done. I said this, as I said in the video yesterday, this is a multi-pronged attack on this BS, right? One was the executive orders, directing the agencies to do different things. Those agencies have now come through. The DOT and EPA, as they announced at the White House yesterday, did roll that back. Now we have to deal with heavy-duty trucks, semi-trucks, things of that nature. Those are going to get addressed in this one Congressional Review Act, House Resolution 354. When that's done, when we have that completed, the next thing that happens after that is the big, beautiful bill. That comes Memorial Day. That will have riders or things in it like the Transportation Freedom Act, the Stop Carb Act, other legislation, which will give you, you'll have executive orders or stuff that the president can do through his agencies. You'll have the rules that are set and cannot be reintroduced, right? That's why the Congressional Review Acts are important. And you're going to have legislation. You have a 3-prong hit, which means even if in a year or two power was to change hands, right, and we get a Democrat president, say in 3 years, not going to happen, but let's say it happens, they can't change anything. They're not going to be able to roll this back, because that's the other comment I see. Oh, well, they're just going to go right back to it, TK. After no, they're not. They can't. It will cost them so much money, and they need a supermajority in the Senate, meaning 60 seats, to do anything like that. Period. Not going to happen. So wishful thinking on the other side. Once this gets pulled back, that's it. That's a wrap. So wanted to fill you guys in, let you guys know what was going on with House Resolution 354. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was worth me filling you in on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.